Stampers, and welcome to another episode of Make It Monday. I'm your host, Laura Buechler from Inkyfingers Papercrafting. Excited to be with you here again today, as I am every Monday, to remind you that creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. I've got a great example, or many great examples of how creativity is for everyone on today's episode, because instead of making a card, I'm going to be showing off all the swaps that I've received from many different people. So many different makers across Canada that participated in this swap. So you're going to get so much inspiration. And if there's something that you see that you think, oh my gosh, Laura, you've got to show us how to make that on a future Make It Monday, then make sure you tell me in the comments, okay? I don't have all of the products that I'm going to show used on the cards today. In fact, that's one of the awesome parts of participating in a swap, is that you get to see lots and lots of different products that those cards that I don't have the products for. I'll just kind of mix it up and see what else I can, what else. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, don't forget, if you're watching live or on the replay, don't forget to stick around till the end of the video, because our friend Stevie is going to show us who's going to win this card that we made last week. So thank you, Stevie. Stevie will be back to tell us all about that a little later. Okay, I have got such a pile of cards here for you. Woohoo! And I wrote some notes about what I want to say. So we'll see how it goes, okay? I'm going to take one of these stacks out of here and put it to the side and get started. Okay, so the first card that I want to show you today is made by Annie Noel, and it uses the Sweet Jar bundle. Look at these cute little jars full of jelly beans. Doesn't it remind you of those, guess how many jelly beans, right? And then she's used the Turtley Cute Designer Series paper for inspiring her color scheme. So she's got the Pool Party, I think that is Poppy Parade, and I would guess that is, Daffodil Delight maybe. Does she say on the back? Look at that. Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, and Poppy Parade. I got 3 for 3. Amazing. All right, so that is a super cute card. We're going to be seeing a little bit more of that turtley cute sweet as we go on. And I want to mention, by the way, you've heard me or maybe read my blog post about making sure that you check the online exclusives as well as the new catalog. And this paper is from the catalog, but this bundle here, the cute jelly bean jars, sweet jars they're called, are from the online exclusives. So you will not find them in the catalog. Okay, there we go. Number 1 down. This is going to be another long video, I think, because what's more exciting than looking at beautiful cards together? Very little. Okay, so this card is by Chris Carmichael. I got to meet her in Vegas when I went to Onstage a couple years ago. So it is using the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper, which is another online exclusives item, and the Pressed Flowers embossing folder, which I did not buy and I regret it. So I'm going to get it on my next order, because look at how pretty that is, right? I love it. It's so pretty. So online exclusives, this is all from one suite, which is the Floral Impressions suite. Let's show, where do you get the online exclusives? There they are, inkyfingers.ca/online. All right, you can tell that I put these in order, right? Because here we have another card using the same suite. This one is by Karen Duke. It's a cool, fun fold, and Karen has made really smart, clever use of her crafting time, because for her sentiment, she used one of the packs of ephemera. So these are the packs that you can get, and they come in English and French and other languages as well, with a whole slew of sayings that are already printed and die cut for you. So that beautiful shape around the sentiment, Karen did not have to fussy cut that or die cut that. That was already done. It's just a sticker that she got to peel off and put on her card. So how clever is that for saving time and not having to buy hundreds of sentiment stamps, right? Okay, same suite again. This card is by Hetty Jones, and I didn't even notice it when I first received it, that it's got this really cool fun fold. Isn't that neat? I've already decided, friends, by the way, I've already decided that this is one I'm going to show you how to do on Make It Monday, because that is so neat. I love it. And then the thanks, like it pops out and shows whether the card is open or closed. Nice work, Hetty. Okay, we're moving on into a different suite now, also an online exclusive. This is the Celebratory Sips suite. Celebratory Sips suite. Whew, that could be a tongue twister warm up for theater. So obviously it's got these cute little glasses in the Cheers and Sips bundle. So there's stamps and dies that go along with that. I love the way that, who made this card? Betsy Rao. I love the way that she stamped and then cut this lemon to like slide right onto the glass. That's so cute. And one of the things that grabbed my attention with this card and a few other cards that I've seen recently is this really cool embossing folder. And I was like, where is that from? I don't know where that embossing folder is from. Well, it is part of this suite, which is in the online exclusives. And it's two little mini embossing folders called Glass and Gardens embossing folders. So they're little folders that fit in your mini machine or your standard machine if you have that size. And I just really like that pattern. And I'll show you the next card. You can see it even better. The way that it's like a full pattern on the bottom and then it kind of disappears as it goes upwards, right? And because that's a mini folder, this portion of the cardstock is left unembossed. Now this card is by Diana Langman, and I just think it's a really, really striking example of a monochromatic card. It's very simple, but really stunning, right? I love the way that she's put this diagonal stripe across with the strawberry slush cardstock and then left these flowers, which are from the Gallery Blooms bundle. She's left those uncolored, just stamped and die cut them out, and then added a simple sentiment here. And that sentiment is from the Right Words stamp set, which again, I hadn't even noticed that stamp set until I was looking through all these cards this morning and going, where did that come from? And what a perfect, first of all, what a perfect name for a stamp set, The Right Words. And it's a great versatile stamp set with a lot of wonderful sentiments. So that stamp set is in the catalog. And as well as the Gallery Blooms, that whole suite is in the catalog as well. Which reminds me, we're going to have a contest today. In addition to, I'm going to give away one of these cards to someone who shares the video, which we do every week. I'm also going to have a contest. So if you want to enter the contest, you have to put contest in your comment, and you have to say which bundle was the most popular out of all the cards that we see today, okay? And don't worry, you're going to be able to tell because there's a lot of cards from this bundle. So, but make sure you put contest and then your answer. Otherwise, I'll not know that you're answering about the contest. I might just think you're telling me your favorite bundle. Okay, so we're moving on into more Gallery Blooms cards. I love how she's used the Wink of Stella on this. Now, who made this card? We are up to Joanne Brisbois. I got to meet her in Houston last year. That was super fun. Okay, so she has used two different embossing folders. This is a fun effect. We've got the Damask Designs here, and then here we've got the mini corrugated embossing folder, and just a lovely thinking of you card, and with these floral motif embellishments as well. Very pretty. Now here we have just about the same supplies, but what a different vibe. Again, that embossing folder. We've got the DSP that's from that same suite. It is called Beautiful Gallery Designer Series Paper. And we've got the thinking of you sentiment. I love how this is Linda Yamamoto who made this card. I love how she's chosen to frame a piece of the designer series paper. That is just stunning. And yeah, very striking, simple card again, and with those same embellishments as well. So great card, Linda. We love it. Now, this card, I love, I put these two right together because look at this. This is almost the same card, but kind of different, same elements, slightly different layout, and the stamp is in French instead of in English. Isn't that sweet? I believe this translates to "My thoughts are with you." If anybody is watching here who speaks French, feel free to correct me. But again, we've got the same Damask Designs embossing folder, a different piece of that beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper, and same kind of subtle mood, kind of support, sympathy, thinking of you rather than a big, bright celebration card, which is, by the way, what we're going to see next. So this card, by the way, is by Jacinta Gauthier. So here we go. Same suite, different paper, very different vibe, right? So we've got those same beautiful flowers again. Remember, we saw them over here on Diana's card, and she's just put them in a different orientation. This card here is by Carolyn Dielman. She's a demonstrator with me in Nanaimo, and she has chosen to use the Cheers and Sips Designer Series paper. Remember, we saw that earlier with the cute glasses, the wine glasses, and so on. So she has really brightened this up. She's used Let's Celebrate and some brightly colored Designer Series paper, as well as we've got that same Damask Designs embossing folder, and she's colored in the flowers, and I think even done clear embossing folder or clear embossing powder over where she colored, because this is very shiny and beautiful. Great job, Carolyn. Absolutely love this card and the colors that you chose. Okay, who is next? This is from Genevieve Coe, using the beautiful Gallery Suite and the Textured Notes dies. Now, I love how, again, she's left the flowers uncolored. A lot of times we see these flower sets and we think, oh, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to do all that coloring. Well, guess what? You could just stamp it in a color and then leave it uncolored. It's actually quite lovely that way, isn't it? She's used the Damask Designs embossing folder again. And can you see the detail, the stitched detail going around that rectangle? That's because she's used the Textured Notes dies, which I demonstrated a little while ago. They're a set of rectangle dies where every rectangle has got a different stitched design around the outside. So the effect of having that stitched detail and then the embossing from the embossing folder on the same shape is really, really cool. And then, of course, she's got these 3 pieces of the beautiful Designer Series paper. And the DSP and that embossing really does all the work for this card. It's just a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Genevieve, for that lovely card. Okay, here we go again. This is the beautiful Gallery Suite again, and this design is from Melva Peters. So we've again got the same DSP. Look at how many different patterns we've seen from that same Designer Series paper. And then we've got these frames that they really look like picture frames. They've even got the little angle in the corners. And again, she has left the flowers uncolored and just decorated with a cute little ribbon and some in-color embellishments. Lovely card from Melva Peters. And here we have another card from Betsy Rao using the beautiful Gallery Suite. We're seeing again yet another design from that Designer Series paper. It's hard to tell, but this is also embossed with the Damask Designs embossing folder, as is this frame. That should be a little easier to tell. And we have again the stamped flowers left uncolored, a lovely frame. I like how the flowers overlap the frame, and then the simple sentiment, just a note. All right, now here's another card that really grabbed me from using that same suite, the beautiful Gallery Suite, which is a suite, I should say, The suite is in the annual catalog, and it has 2 bundles in it. So there's the Beautiful Gallery bundle and the Beautiful Motifs bundle. Now, when I saw it in the catalog, the Beautiful Motifs bundle did not really grab me, but have a look at this card. I absolutely love how this die partially cuts out this very detailed fern or floral pattern so that we can see a little bit of the shadow, the blueberry bushel cardstock behind it, but it's still intact. It's still within the card. It doesn't cut it all the way out to be a standalone shape. So this is, again, a very, very simple technique, a very subtle technique, but used to great effect here by Maureen Alton. So thank you very much for that beautiful card, Maureen. Okay, this is such a West Coast Islanders card, and no surprise, it is made by another demonstrator here on Vancouver Island, Glenda Mollett. This is from the Sunrise Sailing Bundle, which is part of the online exclusives, and it is a bundle. I know I've shown another bundle that has this same three pack essentially. You get stamps, dies, and a hybrid embossing folder, all 3 of them in your bundle. And this one is called, obviously, Sunrise Sailing. So we have the stamps, and then the dies that cut out those stamps, and then this beautiful embossing folder that creates this background. I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful monochromatic card. Looks like it's using, is it Night of Navy? Yes, it is Night of Navy. And it's, I don't know, I just love it, Glenda. I got to get this bundle now. So you can check that one out on the online exclusives, and you can see the link below for where to go to find all those online exclusives. All right, now we're on to a card, another one from Linda Yamamoto. She's used the Sweet Blooms bundle and the Florals in Bloom designer series paper, both of which are in the annual catalog, and just a really lovely sentiment, let joy bloom. Yeah, Terry Lynn, don't you love those sailboats? It's such a West Coast card. I've got to get that bundle. There's just no 2 ways about it. So let joy bloom. I've always been a big fan of these kind of shadow sets where you get to cut out one shape and then the shape behind to create a shadow behind it. I don't know what the official name for them is, but I like them. So very simple, very lovely card, again, from Linda Yamamoto. Okay, we are over into the Florals in Bloom designer series paper. This card is by Diana Langman. She's used an embossing folder here. I believe it's the exposed brick embossing folder here on this beautiful Florals in Bloom designer series paper. Now, I looked and looked, but I could not find where this sentiment came from or the die. So if anybody knows, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. But this is a very pretty, very colorful card, really easy to make, and just shows off a lot of our beautiful designer series paper. And Diana has really elevated the card by embossing both pieces of the designer series paper as well. Now, along with the Florals in Bloom DSP, we have this awesome card by Karina Chin. This is another fun fold card. Look at how that flips when you open it. That's another one I'd really like to try. Look at how cool that is. I love it, Karina. Karina is a demonstrator in Alberta that I've gotten to meet at a few different events. So she's used the Florals in Bloom designer series paper and the Pretty Florals bundle to create this card, and the circles are from Stylish Shapes. All right, I told you we were going to see more turtles. Here we are. We've got the turtly cute designer series paper and the turtly cute, well, actually this is from the designer series paper as well. It's just cut right out, and then there's a stamp from the bundle. And this is a really simple technique that I've done before, where you just take a small rectangle of DSP, cut it diagonally, take a slightly larger piece of cardstock, cut it diagonally, and create a gap on your card to stamp that sentiment inside. It's just a really cool, easy technique to break it up a little bit rather than using a whole piece of DSP. And then it gives you a great place to put your focal point too. How cute are those turtles? This one's playing a banjo. I love it. That card is by Hetty Jones. Okay, now we have the same designer series paper here and a stamp in French. So we know this is from one of our French demonstrator friends. This is from Jacinta Gauthier, and she's used that turtly cute DSP, and I believe this translates to Friends for Life. Very cute. I love the music notes here too. And how fun is this embossing folder? It looks like turtle shell, but you know, you could use it for anything too, right? So very fun. This is a great example of how you can use the elements from the suite, the embossing folder, the DSP, and the stamp, but there's no turtle here. This card isn't necessarily about turtles, so that makes it really versatile and fun. And the turtle suite, by the way, is in the annual catalog, and there are also there's a related suite that goes along with it that is specifically for scrapbooking. So there's a scrapbooking suite and a card making suite, and they go together. Isn't that lovely? All right, here's the last card I'm going to be showing you today. This is from the Pop and Buy bundle from Annie Noel, and it's popping in to say hello. You can just hear that popcorn machine going, right? This is really cute. She's done some sponge daubing or possibly blending with blending brushes to make the popcorn kernels look like they've been covered in butter. They've got some texture to them. Pop, pop, pop all over the back of the card. And just a really fun little set. Look, there's even a little bit of film strip behind the sentiment. So that is a bundle that's in the online exclusives. It's got stamps and dies and a lot of really fun shapes and sentiments to go along with the theme of popcorn and movies. So those are my cards today. I say my cards. I didn't make any of them. I made other cards and sent them off to each of the people who participated in the swap. And as I said, it's really fun to participate in the swap because you get to see different designs, different elements that you might not have thought of. You get to be inspired. You get to add to your wish list. You see some really cool fun folds and you go, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I'm going to figure out how she did that, right? So that's a lot of fun. I love it. I love swaps. Lots of inspiration, lots of fun. So thank you, Suzanne, reminding us about the contest. If you want to enter the contest, just put in your comment contest and tell me which bundle do you think was used the most in today's swap cards. You can also, as always, share the video for a chance to win one of these cards. And what else? Well, of course, you should go to inkyfingers.ca and find all the products that were used on these beautiful cards and add them to your cart. I would love if you shopped with me. That will help me remain a demonstrator, keep my status up, and of course, you will get a free tutorial bundle as a thank you gift from me with your order of any size. Here's a good time to remind you that it is June 9th, right now as we're recording, all the way till June 30th, we still have the amazing buy one, get one 50% off suite sale. So any product from a suite, whether that's embellishments, embossing folders, bundles, designer series paper, ribbon, all of these things you've seen today, just about every single one of them is from a suite. So choose a suite, choose a second suite, get it for 50% off. Or it can be a bundle, or it can be an embellishment, so on and so on. Any product that's from a suite, you're going to buy one, get one 50% off. Now, I want to warn you, if I bought a whole suite and then I bought a pack of embellishments, the pack of embellishments would be 50% off. It's whatever item is the least expensive is going to be 50% off. So make sure that you're doing your shopping in a strategic way to make the most of that discount, okay? What else do I want to say? Don't know. Let's get Stevie back in here and tell us who won last week's card. Okay. Hello, my friend Stevie. Remember this amazing card we made last week? Whew, so much work, all that die cutting, but didn't it turn out great? And it can be a gift card holder as well. All right, Stevie, who won last week's card? Carol! Yay! Congratulations, Carol. I will be sending this in the mail, and I hope that you will give it away to somebody with a gift card inside or not. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy it. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for being with me as always on Make It Monday. We have so much fun here. I'd really appreciate if you could share the video, leave a heart, leave a comment. All of that helps Facebook to know how much fun we have here on Make It Monday. And I will be here next week, same time, same place, same bat channel, and making something else to show for you. So I hope to see you then. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.